Clever Somu.
Long ago, in a village near Pondicherry, there lived a very wealthy trader called Subbu. Subbu had a son, Somu, who was a very clever boy. Their neighbor, too, had a son, Muttu. He was thoroughly spoilt. His parents doted on him and let him do exactly as he pleased. So every day, Muttu did the craziest of things, and his parents made no effort to stop him. The boy's favorite pastime was throwing stones at the customers who came to Subbu's shop. His parents merely looked on and did nothing. If the customers or Subbu shouted at the boy, he just chuckled and threw more stones. Soon people stopped going to Subbu's shop, because although they liked doing business with him, they didn't like being pelted with stones every time they went to his shop. Poor Subbu was very unhappy. He went to his neighbor and said, "Please, ask your son not to throw stones at my customers." But the parents paid no attention. Subbu then complained to the headman of the village. But the headman only said, "This is the act of a mad boy, and he cannot be held responsible for it. You must forgive him and carry on with your business as best as you can." There was nothing Subbu could do, so he went home very disheartened. Subbu's son, Somu, who had heard the headman's verdict, was very upset to see his father so unhappy and decided to do something about it. The next morning, when his father opened the shop, Somu stood outside, facing the neighbor's house. Whenever Muttu hurled a stone, he caught it and kept it. He did not miss a single one. In the evening, when all the customers had left and his father closed the shop for the day, the boy gathered all the stones and took them home. Day after day, Somu caught the stones, making sure the customers were not hurt, and every evening, he took the stones home. One day, Muttu came out of his house, grinning from ear to ear. He threw a packet at Subbu's shop and disappeared into his house. Somu got the packet and opened it. To his surprise, he found it was full of jewelry. Not stones. Gold earrings, necklaces, and nose studs glittered in the bright sunlight. Somu took the packet home and hid it in a bag of rice. Then he came out again and took his position outside his father's shop. Just then, Muttu's parents rushed towards him. "Return the packet my son just threw," said Muttu's mother. "What packet?" asked Somu with an innocent look. "I only catch the stones your son throws. In fact, I have hundreds of them. Perhaps you would like to take some of those back." "My son threw my jewels out," screamed the mother. "Return them or I'll go to the headman." "Please go to the headman," said the clever boy. "In fact, I will accompany you." The headman listened to Muttu's parents. He also listened to Somu. He understood exactly what the boy had done. There was a hush in the village square as the villagers waited to hear the headman's verdict. The headman was about to speak when Somu spoke up. "The headman is a very fair judge. He cannot give us a different verdict this time. What he said earlier still holds true, that this is the act of a mad boy and must be ignored, and Muttu must be forgiven." The village headman had no option but to agree. "Subbu's son did not throw any of the stones back at your son, and you did not complain about that," he told Muttu's parents, who looked shamefaced. "So if your son threw a packet, then the packet and its contents should be his too. And in future, curb your son's actions. You didn't object to his throwing stones. How can you object to his throwing other objects?" After that, Subbu was no longer bothered by Muttu, and customers once more flocked to his shop.